Before the first morning light hits your windowsill, before the beep of your coffee maker, something wild is already quietly judging your backyard. It is 5:47 a.m. on a sweltering summer morning. The air is already heavy. On the branch of an oak tree at the edge of your property, a Northern Cardinal lands. Its dark eyes scan the lawn, sweeping past the expensive feeder you topped off yesterday. That feeder is great, but right now, it isn't what he needs. He tilts his head, hopping a step closer to your beautiful stone bird bath. He stands there for 3 seconds, and then, without a sound, he lifts off and is gone. He isn't coming back tomorrow. In fact, he's quietly crossing your yard off his survival map for the rest of the summer. Millions of bird lovers across North America step outside at 8 a.m., look out at their yards and wonder, the feeder is full. Why did the birds leave? The answer comes down to a single silent mistake. A mistake that accidentally turns your good intentions into a dead zone for these fragile creatures. The brutal truth, about 120 degrees. To understand why birds abandon a yard, you have to look at the world through their biology. A bird's baseline body temperature runs hot, between 104 and 108 degrees. Their bodies are like tiny high-revving engines, constantly burning energy just to fly and survive. But here's the fatal flaw. Birds do not have sweat glands, not a single one. When the summer heat hits by 8 a.m., pushing the air toward 90 degrees, a bird only has 3 ways to avoid heat stroke: panting rapidly, hiding in deep layered shade, or bathing in cold water to trigger evaporative cooling through their feathers. That third option is the holy grail of summer survival. And that is exactly where the tragedy in your backyard unfolds. That bird bath you admire every day, if it was just topped off, or if the water has been sitting in the sun since yesterday, is no longer just water. Under the summer sun, that stagnant pool can easily hit 120 degrees in just a few hours. It isn't just as hot as a bowl of soup. It is a breeding ground for bacteria. A wild creature, exhausted by the heat, drops down to your bird bath hoping for a lifeline, only to be hit by water that is actively hotter than the stifling air around it. Birds have deep survival memory. That disappointment is a red flag, and they will not give you a second chance. The 2-minute ritual, changing the rules of nature. The solution doesn't require a $100 misting system. It only requires a little understanding and exactly 2 minutes of your morning. The golden rule: empty and replace the water completely before 8 a.m. Dump the old water, give it a quick rinse, and fill it with the coldest, freshest water possible before the sun has a chance to bake the yard. The window between 5 a.m. and 9 a.m. is peak activity time. By offering genuinely cold water right when they're most desperate for it, you are sending out a massive ecological signal. And this is where the magic of nature happens: site fidelity. Once a bird learns that your yard reliably offers cold water at dawn, its behavior shifts. It stops wandering. It makes your yard its first stop of the day. Its relaxed presence signals safety to passing flocks. Your yard transforms from a quiet patch of grass into a literal sanctuary. Building a true backyard sanctuary. At Zumix Bird Lore, we believe that watching backyard birds isn't just a hobby. It is a privilege. To keep that privilege, we have to stop just feeding birds and start building micro-ecosystems. Beyond the morning water ritual, here is the science-backed blueprint for making your yard a safe, irresistible haven. Layered habitat, deep shade. Don't just rely on one lonely tree in the middle of an open lawn. Birds need multiple canopy layers to escape predators and cool down. Combine tall trees, mid-level shrubs, and ground cover. Dense shrubs are essential. They are the safe rooms where birds dry off after a bath. High energy, summer-safe food. Even in the dead of summer, birds burn massive calories just trying to stay cool. Keep your feeders stocked with black oil sunflower seeds or no-melt summer sweet for instant energy. The native plant advantage. No expensive feeder can compete with natural insects. Planting native species draws in native caterpillars and bugs, the absolute lifeblood for nestlings during the breeding season. Stop the invisible threat. The deadliest hazard in an American backyard is often the picture window. Use UV decals or visual barriers on large glass panes to stop fatal window strikes. Nature demands safety before it demands food. Control the predators. The regular sight of a dog, or especially a free-roaming outdoor cat, will instantly shatter any site fidelity you've built. A bird-friendly yard is a predator-free yard.
Tomorrow morning, before you pour that first cup of coffee, step outside. Empty that stale water, rinse the basin, and fill it fresh. Then step back, stand behind your window, and wait. You will see that sometimes the only way to touch something truly wild and free is to simply give them exactly what they need, right when they need it most. Subscribe to Zumix Bird Lore today and ring that bell. Every week, we will continue to decode the beautiful, brutal, and fascinating secrets of the natural world happening right outside your window. Drop a comment below. What time do you usually step outside in the morning, and have you ever caught the birds already waiting for you?